All right, we are live, dadgummit. That little thing said live. All right, hey everyone. I am Mike Asherbranner, professionally known as the Redneck Connector, proud and humble leader of the Hounds of Business community. And you are tuning in to Mike King Biz Radio on ESPN 106.1 FM RVA. Thank you for the folks, Hounds, friends of the Hounds, tuning in today live. And folks listening on the radio, hey, thank you for tuning in. Man, we got a special guest. This is going to be unbelievable, folks. Super excited about this. Today's theme, Super Connector Secrets. All right, network your way to wealth. And this man has done that. All right, we don't put people on here ain't done stuff. All right, so without further ado, let's roll this intro and let's get this party started. 30 minutes goes fast, folks.
Looks like your business might be in a bit of a pickle. Don't you worry about a thing. You ain't alone in this. You're just a success story waiting to happen. Trust me on that. Every bump in the road is just an opportunity wearing a clever disguise. Welcome to the Hounds of Business community, where we don't just sit around twiddling our thumbs. Nope, we turn those obstacles into mighty fine stepping stones. This here's a place where high-level entrepreneurs and sharp professionals gather to grow their businesses and mindsets, kind of like how a good old gumbo needs the right ingredients to be something special. Ideas thrive here, and collaborations? Well, they're as natural as sweet tea on a hot day. Success? It's a journey, and we're fixing to walk that road right beside you. Now, don't forget to follow us on LinkedIn for all the latest tips and insights. We're talking about the kind of wisdom that'll keep you ahead of the game. And while you're at it, head on over to our YouTube channel. We've got ourselves a treasure trove of videos, from expert interviews to webinars, everything you need to stay sharp in this fast-moving world of business. The Hounds of Business community? Well, we ain't just a network, we're a movement. So why not come on and be part of something bigger? Join us today and let's turn your business journey into a real Southern success story. Together, we'll achieve greatness, just like crawfish and singing on a Friday night.
All right, let's introduce our guest who probably doesn't know about crawfish singing on a Friday night. Larry Call, how are you today, big dog?
I'm awesome. And I had this initial question of, I didn't know they had gumbo in Kentucky. Is there a Kentucky style gumbo?
Got gumbo everywhere, man. You just got to look for it, Larry.
I got to come.
Yeah.
I got to see the treehouse. I got to see the setup for real.
You do. Our outhouse has surround sound, but no plumbing. We're working on that. So, man, I am super excited. All right, I don't even know where to start, dadgummit. Thank you, first of all. Thank you, Tracy Lamb and Bobby Parker, for popping in early. Appreciate your support. Take notes. This is going to be fantastic. And, hey, I'm going to say this many times. Want to make sure folks can claim your guest pass. Claim your guest pass at redpillpathway.com/events. That is the best place to go to right now as we unveil all the good things to help business folks, professionals, entrepreneurs. Really, man, no BS here. Really go out there and live that life that you want to live, guys. It's the obstacles. So, Larry, appreciate you, my friend. Let's get started. You are known, rightfully so, as a super connector. Right? I'm the redneck connector, but hey, you've been doing this, before let's put it that way.
Before you were born? I'm not that old, am I?
Maybe before I was driving a car. I don't know.
I don't know. I can't add in my head.
Do us a favor. Just give us a few moments, if you will, man. Take us back to the moment that you realized that networking could be transformed into something much more powerful than we kind of know it today. Like, what was your personal breakthrough?
Yeah. I didn't really understand it at the time, but looking back, I know now. I started at a junior college, and then I went to University of Illinois commuter campus at Circle, downtown Chicago, not the fancy one in Champaign-Urbana. And then I got into George Washington University before it was super expensive. And they let me in on conditional acceptance. Now I'm in DC. And I immediately started networking, and I spent more time networking than going to. I didn't know where the library was. And within a short period of time, I could pretty much meet anybody in DC that I needed to meet. And there was a moment where my friend was like, "Do you want to meet Michael Deaver?" And Michael Deaver was Reagan's top political strategist. And I was like, I don't know. And she says, well, what are you going to ask him? And I said, I'm not sure. I could ask him for, what do you think I should do? She's like, it doesn't work like that. Not with Michael Deaver. You've had a few of those already. You got to get your act together first because you got 30 seconds with him. Then I realized the power of networking and connecting.
Well, real quick, because I mean, a lot of us, we read the books, we kind of show up to these things, especially nowadays, right? Virtual coffee chats, and it's more like a shotgun or spraying a million bullets in the forest to hit a
Yeah.
squirrel kind of mentality. So, you don't have to spill all the beans yet, but when was that aha moment when you're like, hey, there's a science and an art form to this? A lot of what I've read and picked up didn't really work for me. And, how did you find your own voice, man? Where was it?
I think like a lot of people, when you do something naturally, it's hard to explain it to other people.
Yeah.
And I started a company called Solopreneur Inc. In 2020, like 2023, after Revenue Climber, and I wanted to evolve to a more purpose-driven business. So I went to Solopreneur Inc. I saw a niche for that. And then some people paid and signed up, and I'm trying to teach them how to network, and they couldn't do it. And I'm like, why can't you just do it? I don't understand. I already told you. And then coming back a week later saying, well, what am I supposed to do? And I said, go do it.
Right.
So I got challenged by somebody who said, you can't teach beginner people how to do this. And I was like, oh, now I'm going to do it.
Oh, you can't tell Larry you can't.
Oh, you can't tell me I can't do it. So that led to figuring out how to teach people how to do it, which actually took over a year. And now I'm there.
Wow. And that's the whole thing. We're going to build up to this, but there you have a solution. It's not hope. It's not little tidbits of here and there, sporadic stuff. You've been working and pouring your blood, sweat, and tears, investments into this, entrepreneur experience. I can't wait to chat about it because there's tremendous value. The Hounds of Business has the same value system, and that's what's exciting because we want to see people win, Larry. Look, real quick, people have an impact, man. They have a desire now more than ever, right?
Yeah.
Especially since COVID, to be somebody, do something special, take their pain and what they want to accomplish in this world, but they won't. Right? They won't because they don't have the resources, people, and support for them to get it done in their way, the tools they need. That's why I like you, and that's what I love about the upcoming program events and things that we've got coming. So, guys, go to redpillpathway.com/events. All right, go ahead and jump on that, get the free guest pass, and I'll see you there. All right, so real quick, I couldn't hold it, Larry, dadgummit. You know me. All right, you developed something I thought was very interesting, right? So notice, adjust, calibrate method. Notice, adjust, calibrate method. You don't have to give it all away, but, can you walk us through, basically the steps, what that would look like in practice?
Yeah.
That, right? Share a story. Just kind of paint the picture.
Of course. The first thing I want to say is just the language becomes, I think, useful because there's a lot of confusion out there about how to learn things. And that's what fundamentally is the issue, I think. And that's notice, adjust, and calibrate is not something I developed. You can't develop it because it's just truth that exists. Nobody can develop truth that exists. It just exists. And I think our jobs, if we're going to do anything useful, is to adapt it for a specific circumstance, for a specific group of people who share the same desire, that is an area where you're an expert, not working on it, not 3 chapters ahead in the textbook, but you're there. And if you're not, what you're doing is you're confusing everybody in the market. Why? Why? Because you're selling a how to succeed program because you haven't succeeded yet. You're not done. You're not done. So you're teaching people stuff that's not right because you're not done.
But Larry, that sounds like a lot of work though, man. That sounds like a whole lot of real work to do.
Well, now you're getting why it's so common.
There you go. Right.
Right. I blew out of Hollywood. I never made it, but I was in a movie as an extra with Steven Seagal.
There you go.
So it's not even a good movie. Now I have a course on how to succeed in the movies with a whole bunch of people who just moved out to Hollywood who aren't willing to do the hard work. They'd rather take a how to succeed course. It's easier.
Look, I just crashed like Windows 95 because you said Steven Seagal, man. Some things you just can't do to me, especially live. So I'm going to be quiet. I do have a short video coming out.
Because we did this backstage.
Yeah, no, and I do have a short
Steven
video. Yeah. Oh, I got a short for my live stream. Guys, you just got to go. I'm not going to say it. I don't want him mad at me. All right. So let's talk.
No, he's no Bruce Lee, but
Right. Oh, I don't.
Maybe he doesn't know anything. Is he a pure vanilla ice, or does he actually have skills? No, I'm kidding.
I've got skills, but I don't. Hey,
I mean him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, all right. So we're good. Hey, sorry. Don't get mad at me, Steven. All right. So me, that would be cool. I would love to get a cease and desist order from my from. I thought I was gonna get one from
That'll
Papa John's.
that's a
Uh,
marketing strategy for right?
I would put that on my fridge right next
Insult
to.
somebody long enough to provoke them, and then they come back at you, and now you're
Yeah,
famous.
and I'm trying not to do that. That's funny. I do it
I
on
don't want to
accident.
do that either.
No, I want to give real, yeah, and that's what I like about you because we're not here to do the sales funnel stuff. We do what we got to do and use good business practice so
Yeah.
we can connect with people, man. That's we really truly want to see people blow up and make money at the same time. They're not mutually exclusive, right? They go together. So let me get this real quick, and then we'll get to our halftime. But so you have something interesting. Product, connect, ask, schmooze next.
Yeah.
That's really intriguing to me.
That's the more
You,
money now process or stages that finally occurred to me. I'm like, oh, that's what I've always done since I was like 7.
but isn't that different than traditional networking approaches? Like, why is it so more effective? How's it different, and why is it more effective?
I don't think there's any. I don't think traditional networking approaches exist. I don't think it's real. I think it's a signature method system created by consulting firms to sell consulting services. I don't think it exists. And then it mainstreamed into the coaching market. And then these coaches who aren't succeeding created these communities and programs to teach people how to network. It doesn't exist. It's not even real. None of it. So I was like, I got to get rid of all that crap first, and then I'll figure out a better way to do it, which is the way I've always done it. And I called that more money now, which is almost like a joke because it's not about chasing money. It's about getting to money fast in a direct route by not chasing after it.
Now I'm starting to think that red pill pathway that's starting to make sense now. That
Starting to make sense. And Red
yeah.
Pill Pathway is part of More Money Now. More Money Now is about it's what it really is. It's about creating a real product business in the market that doesn't change when the market shifts. That's the key to it. And then doing it on your own terms so you get what you want at the end. And then you don't have to keep doing things to feed your funnel when you don't want to. So that's More Money Now. Red Pill Pathway is a deeper thing about purpose, engagement. How do you get that out into the world in the form of a offer and a product and a company infrastructure with the right people using some of these more advanced approaches now that have really work in the world. I know they work. And that leads towards, again, the business and the personal life just come together. And all of a sudden you're living in purpose as opposed to talking about it or selling a course about how to find your purpose.
All right, don't skip ahead now because that's good stuff. That's what I want to get into. See, this is what people they hear so much, and this is a framework of people who have been there, done that, built from dirt, right? And that's what I love about it. We'll talk about that in a minute. But before we
Yeah.
do, have to get a shout out. Hey, Mike King Biz Radio. Thank you so much for the partnership, man. This is like when they put PB and J in the same jar together, Larry, man. I'm still talking about it 20 years ago. So Mike
I
King,
remember that.
yes, sir. Mike King pushes up his community so much when he goes to the ball games. They put him on the jumbotron, man. This guy.
Wow.
So our partnership to get worldwide and reach to push each other up, man. Thank you. And that's what the Hounds of Business is all about. That's why we love entrepreneur experience. Larry Call, Red Pill. We want to see people win, and we can't do that by ourselves. All right, we're going to put out real things for real people, so you can realize that dream and help people with that desire you got. And that's the saddest thing in the world. So listen, no strays out there. All right. Check us out on YouTube, Hounds of Business. You can find us on LinkedIn, or you can send a carrier pigeon. It might take a little bit, but I still take those. Larry don't know about that. Maybe Game of Thrones.
I'm going to do it. I want to see how it works. How about a raven like Game of Thrones? Will you do that?
Exactly.
Do ravens?
I could. Well, as long as they don't fight. All right.
I got to find a raven though. I don't know if we got them here somewhere.
Pet shop.
Pet shop. I need a smart one.
That's my next YouTube video. I'm going to go to the PetSmart and ask for a raven and see what happens. All right. So
if they can pull that off, you have your next sponsor.
Exactly. All right. The dog food companies, feeder supply. All right. So, all right. Let me ask you this because this is kind of a little bit off, but it's not because this is something that people really they struggle with. I'm curious because I remember you saying something about the idea that we can stop constantly reworking our elevator pitch. A
Right.
lot of entrepreneurs, man, me included, spent countless hours and years trying to perfect it. What's the alternate mindset or approach that
Yeah.
you use, man?
So it's clarity around what you're about. And the elevator pitch format makes it harder because instead of teaching people how to get clarity and, in a sense, practice with themselves, so they're used to saying it in their own way, the elevator pitch crowd is confusing everyone because they're making it awkward.
Right.
So they're introducing a framework when you don't need one. And some people need massive amount of structure, then you give them structure. So I have all those frameworks. I've written a million of them. And my goal is to get people off the frameworks and out of the learning system and out into the market, and then come back and say, how'd that feel? And then do it again and do it again and do it again until it's like, oh, nailed it.
You,
Oh, they got it. Now that can take 5 years. If you're an entrepreneur, that can take you 5 years. 5 years. If you're just a coach doing coaching and you just want to get coaching clients, you should be able to do that in a week.
dude,
There's not a lot to explain because you've already figured yourself out because you're a coach. You already know why you're here. If you're a service provider, it shouldn't take more than a week. If you're an entrepreneur, it could take years because you're creating a unique vision and people are going to look at you like me for years and say, what are you talking about? I'm like, all right, back to the
back to it.
the laboratory. Okay, I'll try this now. Oh, they still don't get it. Let me go back. That's the process for an entrepreneur because you're doing something new into the world, so people can't understand it.
See, I didn't go through your resume because we would take the whole 30 minutes. So I want folks to know, man, you're not a theorist. You have lots of
No,
decades of
not.
experience building and moving and screwing things up and then fixing them and making them better and making lots of success and revenue. So here's what I like about you. You have a proven system and a framework. And well, Louisa's here and Brian.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I can say
bring
her
them
last
in.
name. What's her last name? I can't, you know me. I can't.
Jovanovich.
There you go. And then Brian
I
Muka, I
think.
can
And
say that.
Brian Muka. I called him Muka for like a year and he never said anything. It's Muka.
That sounds the same to me, Larry. So we'll move on.
Well,
But
that's because you're from Kentucky.
you get daggum straight.
That's it.
So let me add. You know, guys, sometimes this stuff can take years, and that's goofy when somebody like Larry and this kind of structure with entrepreneur experience can come along, help people out, right? And this is what I mean. So let me give you a quick example, Larry, because I want to know what your icing on the cake here. I realized a while back that an elevator pitch, you ever got that? Oh, that's nice. That's the worst
Right.
response you can get. You want to,
Or you know what's worse? Good
what's that?
elevator pitch in a free networking group of elevator pitch training meeting. And everybody in the elevator pitch room says, good elevator pitch. Now you know you screwed up
You
completely.
know you're.
It's over. You're never going to make any money.
I want mine, and I got it now. I ain't gonna spoil it. You have to go to my group call. All right, go to my group call, folks, the Hounds group. But I got it now. And it was on accident. But two things. It should either make people want to go, oh my gosh, tell me more, or Sally or somebody would, or run away. Maybe because I'm turning old. I don't know. But
Yeah, no, that's right.
okay, so let me dive in because man, this time flies when you're having fun. All right, so in entrepreneur experience program, right, brought to you right by Red Pill Pathway. This thing's almost ready to launch, and the doors are going to open like
Monday,
Monday. Oh wow!
even if
Talk
it's
about,
not done.
yeah, that we're going to do it anyway.
So it's going to happen, even if it's not done.
So, but you just talked about it, and you talk about it over and over again, winning on your own terms, right? So again, recap that. What does that mean in practice, right? Because a
Yeah.
lot of folks struggle with this, and how do you guys and you help people define success for themselves? This is
Yeah.
very key.
So we're talking about messaging and elevator messages versus a message platform. So a message platform is my practice work to get the message down. And Mark, on our team, who's running one of the founding, with 12 founding members and 12 founding ambassadors and 12 founding partners. So the founding member side, Mark is the best I've ever met at helping somebody get clarity around, does it make sense? And I wrote down his system. And it's not about the system. It's about his ability to get things focused. And I'll tell you what he did, because you're going to do that with him, not me.
Oh, I
So
got my ink pen ready. I hope folks.
you already know how to do it. But if someone comes in and they want to know what's my elevator message, I'm like, go to Mark's room. 4 reasons people won't buy. 1, no trust. 2, no need, no help, no hurry. That's the 4th reason. How do you get your elevator message? Tell them the situation, what's happening with the world. This is Mark, not my. I don't teach people elevator message. I don't
Right.
think like that.
Right.
Theme. Mark does. That's why he's here. Theme. What are you doing? Expertise. What I've done over years on the road. Okay. And then this is what I wrote down. What he told me. Promise. Engage specifically on next steps. So I'm like, okay, that helped me a lot. So now how I explain this to people, and I'll do it. I'll do it, and we'll see if I'm getting better at it, because I'm great at this stuff, and this is hard for me because this damn thing I've got is hard to explain. So where'd it go? I lost it. I'll find it in a minute. So what all right, the big change in the world. What's the big change in the world? The big change in the world, I think. So the situation, what's happening in the world? People are sick of stuff that doesn't work.
Amen.
How's
There it
that?
comes.
There's the big change. Second, what are you doing about it? I'm doing something about it. I'm built something that works. Done. Third, expertise. What I've done over the years. I've done this forever, and I've succeeded every single time. And then I fell forward into the next thing when, you know why I had to change?
Why is that?
Financial companies, private equity, technology companies, venture capital, and free trade. U.S. government letting people into the country to destroy the economy.
Yep.
That's why every single time that stuff happened, I changed and I got better. I didn't sit on my ass. I was like, oh, I got to close my family business now. I thought I was going to be with the rest of my life that I built up from nothing. And now it's gone. Why? China, Target, Walmart. It's fine. It's not fine. But I'm like, I'm not going to let this stop me. So I fell forward into the next thing. So the promise, that's expertise. That's what I've done. What's the promise? I will not tell you what to do, and no one in our group will tell you what to do. We'll help you figure it out. And we've built something that will work for anybody in the world globally. And there's either a pay us, make money together, or we'll help you make money approach. And that's it. It's all done. It's all there. We're getting it organized. Rick Meekins joined as a founding ambassador. He could scale this to a $4 billion company. He has the skills. I don't.
You're is it?
How's that? How's my elevator message? Was it better?
Better. Hey, he gives you at least a B. Hey, everybody vote. What did Larry get on that?
Elevator messages. It's easy if people know what it is already.
Exactly.
Easy. I've done it for hundreds of companies. The minute I know what it is and they know what it is, I got it in 30 seconds. I've been doing it for years. Entrepreneur, it's different. The entrepreneur, you don't need an elevator message. You need to be in your market and figure out what the hell's going on and then go forward. It's different.
I hope folks really watch this and more people watch this because they need it. There's so much just garbage. And again, not everybody's bad, Larry, but a lot of people are using, hammers for something they need a screwdriver for. And this is clarity, guys. Listen, the Hounds doesn't go out there and talk about much because we want to make sure that things are good. I'm involved with this, guys. I'm a member of this. So that's why I'm over here like, hurry up, Larry, get the structure done so we can go. I'm just ready to rock. But this is why, because this is life changing. This is not a joke. The more good-hearted people, heart-centered, high-level professionals, when they have the time, money, and freedom, right, through their business, helping others, man, we can make a serious dent in stuff that matters, guys.
Serious dent. So I see this. Can you share an example of someone who's taken this journey with your guidance? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And, Brian and me mentored each other for a year and a half now, I think. Rowan, Sande Villa Hermosa in the Philippines. We have done this together over 2 years. Life-changing for both of us being together. Louisa, who's right here. Meeting Louisa changed my life completely, and I've helped her. Shine already. Life-changing. And I know it's the same with her, with me, and meeting you. And so the answer is yeah. A lot of people.
Woo. Yeah, I was blown away. These folks are highest level, man, but they're just good people. They're down to earth, regular folks. You wouldn't know any better seeing them on the street corner, right? And that's what I like. I like that. I don't like the potpourri stuff. I like real. And it's just me. I mean, look, I'm not telling you what to like. I just, the older I get, the more gargamelish I get. I just want stuff that works, and I want time's precious. And this is what I like about it. We're getting things done. We're around like-minded people. we're including folks who are ready, who say, yeah, I want to be somebody, I want to be my best self, and I want a no nonsense framework. I want to be surrounded with a culture and have whatever other buffet that will get me to next level. And that's what you've built. That's what you've
Yeah.
built with this Avengers team here, man. And hats off to you. And I'm proud to be a member.
I'll tell you that one of the things I'm most excited about is the local chapter I'm started in Chicago with the home industry. We got the top people in the country in Chicago in these industries, and they're brought them together, and we're fixing that. But you know what I'm most excited about is this Facebook crowd from Pakistan, Philippines, Nigeria, Kenya, Bangladesh that have showed up on my site when I'm telling them, hey, there's a different way you can do this. You don't have to give your money up to Upwork. And we're going to bring together the local and global. Now you don't need Google anymore. That I'm excited about, because these people have been totally abused by the system like we have on our side for years. And I know how to do it differently because I've been in that global virtual business economy since it started. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my God, I've done 387 Upworks contracts. And I'm like, I can't stand that company.
Yeah.
Why are we giving them all this money?
You've seen behind the curtain. You've been back there. You've been back there, worked on the curtain. And that's what excites me, that now we got somebody coming out going, hey, what about the rest of us? Like, give us the real, give us the roadmap, and let us figure out how to make it ours. You're not forcing people in scripts, and that is special to me. That's what we do.
Yeah.
So we only got a minute or two. Let me ask you this. Yeah, real quick. You talk about the 5-stage, more money now system.
Yeah.
Can you give them a preview of something that you can implement?
I'll give it to you really quick. So stage one is product. So it's important to figure out what the product is before you start worrying about how to sell it or getting people to buy it or knowing what your elevator message is. A product includes the market connection. It's not just the product you're selling. The market is over here. Product is it coming together. So figuring that out is stage one. Stage two is connect. How am I going to connect? Well, it's 5 million ways. So which way works for me? Connect. You're gonna write, you're gonna publish, you're gonna meet people. What are you gonna do? There's a million ways. You got to connect the product into the market. Ask is pay attention to yourself. Ask yourself, does this feel right? Ask the market people around you, say, does this feel right to you? Do you like this? Notice what's going on with them. Notice, adjust, calibrate. And then schmooze means come together around shared desire with the right people and ignore everybody else. Next means product market fit. You'll never have to change your business again. You'll never have to pivot again. If you're an entrepreneur, you don't have to do it again. You'll just evolve your company. And if the market shifts, the company shifts and evolves with the market.
You real quick, because I know you said it earlier, guys. When you know the formula and you learn this the real way, and this is why Larry has got what he's got, and this is why we're opening this up. Guest Pass, all right, redpillpathway.com/events, because you could take everything Larry's got away and he'll build it again bigger and stronger.
Yeah, I will.
Because you have the know-how.
But I don't want to.
No, nobody wants
I don't want to go through 5 years of this again.
Exactly.
The money, the drain, the stress, the family stuff, done.
Well, last question in a minute, if you can. You've worked with countless entrepreneurs, and you've been there and done that. So what's the most common misconception that you see about networking that's holding people back from true wealth?
The top people in the world can't wait to help you if you're real. I've done it a million times. CEOs, people who run countries. I've been in rooms with these people, billionaires, top people in the world. They can't wait to help you if you're real. Warren Buffett, those kind of people. Jeff Hoffman. I had lunch with Jeff Hoffman 15 years ago.
Wow.
And he was trying to help me, and I'm trying to sell him.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Done that. That is the most truest thing. Look, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I did this before I met you, which helped me get here to you. Because it's Tanya Eberhardt, Brand Face. She looked at me and she said that she was on a show and she saw the comment. She said, "Did that really just say Redneck Connector? Oh my goodness, I got to meet this guy." And and she really made a huge impact on me and so many. So guys, listen, Larry, tell them where to go. Plug in, get the guest pass, redpillpathway.com/events. Check it out on the Hounds if you can't remember that, on YouTube, and take action. Larry, what do folks need to do right now?
So this week we're doing what I call a break fix. So we're just making sure it works.
Right.
Because Works is complicated. It's a big technology integration. And then on Monday, we're opening it to people. 7-day guest pass will never go away. So I don't ask people for money because I don't want to sell anybody anything. So it's, you come in for 7 days, kick tires, figure out what you want in it, and then we'll show you what to do as you go. Have fun. That's it.
All right. Hey, folks, do not pass it up. Check us out. Talk to me, DM me, go to redpillpathway.com/events. I am there. I'm teaching every Wednesday. Cannot wait to see you all there. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, folks in the audience. Thank you, Hounds and Mike King Biz. Y'all are great, great people. Tune in next week. Hey, it just gets better and better, folks. Be good now. Thank y'all for stopping by. Be sure to follow, share, and like, and send me a message if you had fun today. Y'all come back now.